Welcome. So good to see everyone. This practice is about being present. Our intention will be to focus on being present. Maybe legs up the wall. And another option is to have a chair or a box or low furniture. And then we can have the calves on that support. So we're elevating the legs, and some of us may choose legs up the wall where we sit sideways to the wall, and then we take those legs up the wall. Whenever it has been raining a lot, like we've had now for several days and weeks, a lot of rain, which is a downward movement of water. Water is very heavy. If you have taken wet clothes out of your washing machine, you can sense how heavy water is. So that downward movement of water for a long time can feel like it's becoming heavy on our spirit, on our thinking. We could even do arms up along the ears here. This practice intention is to focus on being present. And this is a reminder from Eckhart Tolle. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Today, a tool for presence will be pranayama, what is known as breath awareness. So we have so many tools for presence, sounds, feeling the aliveness of the inner body. And today it will be the breath. Dirgha Pranayama is also known as 3-part breath. And we'll practice that 3-part breath. Of course, it could be simple breath awareness. Meditation without changing the breath. That is a beautiful practice, and feel free to choose that. Perhaps here as we exhale, emptying the lungs, and then we're inflating the lungs for 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and exhaling for 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Inhale for 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and exhaling for 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. Inhale, so beginning, middle, end of the in breath. Beginning, middle, end of the out breath. Inhale, beginning, middle, end of that in breath. Exhale, beginning, middle, end of that out breath. And continuing this way. So we're accepting the moment as it is, as if we had chosen it. When we see thoughts, when we recognize a thought event, allowing it to be. If we can see it, we are established in the observer. And the thinking has just a little bit less power. Grounding ourselves in the breath with Dirgha Pranayama, with that 3-part breath. So we're going to, if you have legs up the wall, roll to the side and then placing ourselves on the mat. If, like me, you have something underneath the calves, you can just push that away. And then we're going to make sure here we have some padding if the floor feels hard. The first portion of our practice will be on the back. So hands behind the knees, and we're going to do circles of the 2 legs going in one direction and then in the other direction. So moving freely with that 3-part breath. Whenever you want to go in the other direction, switching. Very nice. So being on our back allows the spine to be in that very neutral and safe anatomical position. Into our bridge, hands down towards the heels, and we're taking the hips up. Inhale. And as we exhale, hips a little lower. Inhale, hips higher up. Exhale, hips a little lower. Now as we take the hips up, inhale, and as we exhale, bring the hips, swing the hips to the left, drop that right hip lower than the left. Inhale, bring the hips up. Exhale, swing the hips to the right. The left hip is lower than the right. Inhale up. Exhale. Swing the hips to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, swing the hips to the right, left hip lower. And we're repeating this way. Focus on that 3-part breath. Some of us will include a pause at the end of our exhale and inhale. So that pause is for you to choose with or without the pause. Nice. So we're taking the hips up, neutral position, inhale. Exhale, hips on the mat. Feet as wide as the mat. And we're going to do our windshield wipers. So finding a practice that we can do almost at any time. No matter what our level of energy is. It is really about being present with the breath. Windshield wipers. Here, find your block or your thick pillow. All right, we can always work with a rolled blanket or a thick pillow. And as we place the block more underneath the left hip, and we're holding the twist of windshield wipers. So we're in our restorative twist, back bend, arms along the ears. And if it feels a lot with the block, adapting the posture to be hips on the mat without the block. And 3-part breath here. Inhale, beginning, middle, end of our in-breath. Exhale, beginning, middle, end of our out-breath. So we can sense how the air flows in for 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and how the air flows out for 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Moments of thoughtless awareness as our attention is focused on presence. Nice. So before we do the second side, take your support block next to you, hands behind the knees. Let's do knees together, knees apart. So the 2 legs are in a circular motion in opposition. And notice here physical sensations coming deep from within the hip joints. Nice. Bring the knees above the hips, flex and point the feet. So the lower legs are parallel to the mat, the earth. And we're going to maintain that flexion. Our palms are going to press against the upper thighs, and then upper thighs pressing against the palms. shoulders relaxed. Breathing here. And rest the hands next to the hips. Exhale, right heel towards the bottom of the mat. Inhale, right knee over the hip. Exhale, left hip, left heel. Inhale, exhale, right side. Inhale, left side. Inhale, neutral position, and then right side again. If you feel really strong, of course, both legs. Inhale, knees above the hips, alternating side, maybe both legs simultaneously. Very in tune with the quality of our aliveness, of our life force, of our vitality that is guiding our practice. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, maybe towards the ceiling, the sky, for something more gentle. Nice. Hands behind the knees, hug the legs. And we're going to place the feet flat, as wide as the mat. And now, as we lift the hips, if you want to place a block, a thick pillow underneath that right hip, and the legs are pointing to the right side. Inhale. Exhale, maybe without support underneath that right hip. This is meditation in motion. It's always nice to do even a very gentle practice. Perhaps eyes at a point, inner gazing, option of closing the eyes. And then Dirgha Pranayama, 3-part breath. We're elongating the inhalation and elongating the exhalation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So here, hands down next to the hips, place whatever was underneath the hip to the side, and hands behind the knees. Take the legs wide, circles through the ankles, feet up in the air. Very good. Hug the knees, squeeze the knees in, and roll up to that seated position. Purvottanasana. So if our wrist or shoulders don't like this position here, we can always do instead a bridge. So the hands underneath the shoulders, option, turning the fingers to point out. So we initiate with broad, wide open across the collarbones. Exhale up. Now as we inhale, hips a little lower, and we can take those hips towards the heels. Inhale up. Exhale a little lower. Inhale up if you want, head back. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. 2 more breaths like this. Nice. Take the hips on the mat, roll onto the back, hug the knees. Head can be on the mat at all times. Inhale, spread the legs and the arms. For less, more up to the sky. Exhale, hugging. Inhale, out. Exhale, cosmic head, hugging forehead to the knees. Inhale, out. Exhale. Inhale, out. Choose the incline that reflects your life force. Exhale. Inhale, out. Exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths this way. Maybe towards the sky. Exhale. Nice. Hug the right leg. One long Dirgha Pranayama in this position. We're opening the right arm out to the side and coming to your twist. So here, long inhalation, long exhalation. As we roll onto the back, here, take the legs up to the sky. Before we do the twist on the second side, open the right arm out, just the left hand supporting the waist of the left head. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the right arm to the outer left heel. Inhale, release. Exhale, crossing that right arm over to the left side. Inhale. If you feel strong, lower legs parallel to the earth. Exhale. Inhale. So what's easier is ankles over the hips. Exhale, cross. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now if you want, right leg parallel to the earth. Let's do 3 more breaths. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale on the mat. Nice. So hug the left leg. Right heel at the bottom of the mat. Take a long breath here. Dirgha Pranayama, and it brings us into presence. Open the left arm out to the side and we're twisting. Beginning, middle, end of our in-breath. Beginning, middle, end of our out-breath. And accepting the moment as it is, as if we had chosen it. Now, roll onto the back, take the ankles up. Now, it's the right hand that is underneath the head. Open the left arm out to the side, ankles over the hips, and we can point or flex the feet, whatever feels nurturing to you. Inhale here. Exhale, left hand to the outer right ankle or lower leg. Inhale on our back. Exhale, crossing left arm over to the other side. Inhale. If you want, bend the knees. Exhale, crossing over. Inhale. Exhale, lift of that left arm, crossing over to the other side. Inhale. If you want, left leg parallel to the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And let's do 3 more breaths. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. Nice. Inhale on our back. And again, blissful baby posture. This time, maybe legs a little bit wider open. Head on the mat, and if you want, a few times from side to side with the head. Very nice. So we're rolling to the side. If you want, just roll up and coming to your child's pose. I will suggest padding next to us, off to the side. Dirgha Pranayama, 3-part breath. In touch with the inner vitality. Of course, hips can be up in the air. So we're going to do some work on the hands and knees, and if you prefer, on the forearms, okay? It can always be done on the forearms if the wrist or shoulders prefer something more gentle. We've done this before. I'll demonstrate from behind. So here the feet are wider than the knees, just giving us a little bit more stability. Take the right knee up. Inhale, extend that right leg. And as you exhale, knee down. Let's repeat that right side. Knee up, inhale, extend the right leg, flexion of the right foot. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, right leg up, extending. Now this time, cross over to the left side, and you can have the right foot on the floor or not. Inhale, knee up, extend straight right leg, and then crossing over. Relax the head, gaze to the right foot. Inhale, knee up, extending that right leg straight. Exhale, cross over. Inhale, to the right side, extend the right leg, crossing over to the left side. Gaze from underneath that left arm to the right foot. Inhale, extending. Out to the right side. Exhale, cross over to the left side. Nice. So here we could do puppy downward facing dog, or an option of downward facing dog. A nice other option as we're resting here for another 3 long Dirgha Pranayama is to be standing forward, bending. If we want to open the back of the legs and lower back with all the weight onto the feet. All right, we can always choose that option. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, beginning, middle, end of the in-breath. And as we exhale, beginning, middle, end of the out-breath. Coming onto hands and knees. Of course, it can be done on the form, but still lifting that upper body. Feet wider than the knees. Left leg up, knee up, inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bending and down. Inhale, left leg up, extending, bending, exhale, down. Lean to the right side, inhale, left leg up, extending, exhale, cross over to the other side, relax the head, maybe touching the floor. Inhale, bend the left leg, extending, exhale, straight left leg crossing over to the right side. Inhale, first bending, then extending. Exhale, crossing over to the other side. Body weight towards the back wall. Inhale, exhale, crossing over to the other side. Bending the knee. Inhale, then straight left leg. Exhale. Inhale, bending. Then straight on that left side. Exhale, crossing over to the right side. Very nice. Coming to child's pose. Downward facing dog, perhaps puppy. Downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, carrot posture. So it can be at any time with knees on the mat or forearms on the mat. The front of the body is lifting up, even the front of the upper thighs and shins. Feel that dynamic of front of the body, the whole front of the body lifting up. Nice. We can do crocodile or knees on the mat. Exhale on the belly. So for us to choose accordingly to our inner vitality, maybe hands a little ahead of the shoulders. It can even be hands to the outside of the shoulders or hands next to the ribs. Check with the shoulder joint, shoulder area, how this feels. Top of the feet press down, navel, front of the whole spine lifting up. So cobra, lift up and breathing in. We're holding cobra, breathing out. Inhale, beginning, middle, end of the in-breath. Exhale, beginning, middle, end of our out-breath. One more breath. Nice. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra, and then your choice of forward bending. We can move, we can hold still. As long as neck, head is relaxed. As long as we feel the posture is nurturing, healing, and we are present, fresh alertness. We are open and receptive. That is our state of yoga, of joy. So into our carrot, inhale. And then onto the belly, exhale. So the grasshopper. So many arm variation. It can be out to the side. Hands maybe down next to the hips. Maybe arms extended along the ears, lifting the whole body. And then Dirgha Pranayama. Evenly through the right and left side. Nice. Exhale. Hands next to the ribs or forearms underneath the torso. Inhale into upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, plank or carrot. and then coming all the way onto the belly. So here we can do Sphinx posture. It can always be hands a little closer to the hips, just checking what feels right. Fully attending to this moment. The 3-part breath at times can be very helpful for that. Nice. And slowly release. Inhale. It can be cobra. It can be upper facing dog. And as we exhale, any forward bending. So walking to the middle of the mat. If you want, with blocks or one block, we're going to turn sideways so the 2 feet are wide. So sometimes we go a little too wide and then we can sense the body is not so stable or steerer. Okay, so ease in that foundation, in that base. And we're going to go to the left side here first. So studying here, traveling inwardly, inside the inner body and listening. Keeping the right hand down, if you want, left arm up. Rooted in presence. Grounded in presence. Nice. And then taking hands down, a few breaths, both hands to that right side first. Sensing the back of the legs here. And then along the inner spine. If you would like to, left arm up. All we have is this present moment. Beginning, middle, end of the in-breath. Beginning, middle, end of the out-breath. Nice. So let's take both hands down. And a few breaths with the torso right at the middle of the two legs, letting upper body release. Very nice. Weight into the hands and onto the knees. So here we're going to do treading the needle posture, and we can always here have more padding underneath us. Make sure the knees are hip width apart. So taking the right arm up, and then we're placing that right shoulder behind the right wrist. Check how it feels on your neck. I'm demonstrating the same posture on the right form with the left arm crossing behind the back. If you feel you need something a little different. See if you can bring the left shoulder more and more on top of the right shoulder. Left hand presses down into the earth and take that right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Treading the needle on with left arm up. Inhale. And then having that left shoulder come to the mat behind the right wrist. And there's so many options with the right hand arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Exhale for 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. 2 more breaths like this. Nice. Press the right hand down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, release. So, on our belly and quad, front of that right hip opening. It could be the snake is twisting half its tail. It could be half frog on the belly or on the left side. Inhale. Exhale. So one thing that will always be is the present moment. Everything else will change. All the forms of our life will evolve, transform themselves. So let's come to that second side, maybe arms in a T shape. One more breath. So we're rolling on the belly and coming to hands and knees, downward facing dog, and your way here, walking feet to the outside of the hands. So it can be a squatting position or right away sitting on the mat. We're going to roll, actually first legs in front of us, Paschimottanasana. It can be wide legs. Inhale, a sense of lifting the rib cage, and then we can very gently fold forward. Yes, listening here to that inner knowing. Sometimes a bend in the legs, in the arms, and the whole body softens into the posture. As we inhale, sitting up. So we're coming into Shavasana. And maybe there's another posture you would like to first practice before course. Maybe legs up the wall. Maybe here using again that support underneath the calves. Finding that neutral position. And opening the palms up. Neutral neck, head position. Here, letting go, like a corpse. No past, no future. No life situations to take care of. nothing to protect or defend. Nothing that has to be satisfied or entertained. Sensing here the form dimension diluting, melting into the earth, and the formless dimension rising in the foreground. Presence here becomes who we are. It fills our whole inner being. Gratitude for each of you. Gratitude for the luminous nature inside and outside. May all expressions of that luminous nature be safe, healthy, at peace, free and joyful in the whole cosmos. Namaste.